Today we're going to take a look at general proportions of a human figure. As always, keep in mind that these are just general proportions and that every person is different. In addition to that, if you're drawing a person from a different angle than straight on, these proportions will also vary quite a bit. We're going to start by dividing the area into 8 even sections. The first portion is the head, and just the head. The second area consists of the neck, shoulders, upper chest, and armpit area as you work your way down. At the top of the third section is where you will typically find the nipple line on a male. For a female, you will likely find the breast line approximately halfway down the third section, depending on her individual proportions. This is one of the most common errors for beginners, as they tend to draw the breast line in women much higher than it actually is. At the very bottom of the third section, you will find the belly button or waist and the bend of the elbow, if the arm is straight. Notice that the height of the elbow will vary if the arm is bent. This is also a common error when drawing proportions. Many people perceive the elbow to be much higher and the navel or the belly button to be much lower than they actually are when they're very close to the same level. Go ahead and check it out on yourself. Stand up for a moment. Now relax one arm at your side so that it lays straight down. Compare where your elbow is to where your navel is. If they are not at the same level, they're likely very close, like within an inch or two. In section 4, you will find the hips or pelvis and the entirety of the forearm. If you were to divide the figure in half, this is where the top half would end. To start the bottom half, in section 5, this is where the upper thigh would be as well as the hand when the arm is laying straight. Many novice drawings make the arms far too short. Let's put it into practice again. Stand up and see if you can touch your upper thigh without bending over. Now, if you stretch your arms out to the side, the length from your left fingertips to your right fingertips will be about the same as your height. This requires your arms to be much longer than most people consider when drawing a figure. If your arms only met at your waist or your hips, there would be no need to bend your arms when resting it on your hip. In section 6, you will find the lower portion of the thigh and the knee will meet at the very bottom of the section. You will find the calves in the top portion of 7, and it will end about in the middle of the shins. Of course, the last section is completed with the lower shin, ankle, and foot. Take a look at the right side and notice how this all varies when there's a slight bend in the knee. This is a very typical and natural posture for humans, so much so that it actually has a name. When the brunt of the weight is on one leg and the other leg is relaxed and slightly bent, this posture is called contrapposto. This stance will likely cause a tilt in the hips and the shoulders, so be on the lookout for that. The contrapposto position is what gave notoriety to Roman sculptures, as they were famous for incorporating this into their figures, making them look more natural and lifelike. Once again, keep in mind that all these proportions will vary slightly for each person because we're all different. This will help you have a basic idea of where to start and make sure that you're then using your observational skills to pick up on the rest. Don't forget to always spend more time observing the thing that you're drawing than you do actually drawing it. Happy drawing!